Good morning, everybody. My name is Darlene, and I have Parkinson's. I'm a little out of my element talking today. Um, I always feel a little bit guilty when a person who is maybe a heavy-set woman starts to talk about nutrition. It's sort of like, what would they know about nutrition if they're obviously not, in a super healthy state of body? But this is just the things that I have learned along the way, and whether I follow them or not is another question. But for people who are interested, this is what I've been told. Nutrition is extremely important with Parkinson's. It's one of the things that you can control yourself. There's so many things that are out of our control. Nutrition, what we eat, how we eat it, when we eat it, how much we eat, those are things that we can control ourselves. So the most thing that is stressed is that you should have a balanced diet. You should not be excluding anything in particular. You should be including most things, but you want to eat it in a balanced fashion. You don't want to be heavy on one thing or not eating another. It's just one of those things that it's better for you to have a little bit of all of the nutrients. But they say that there's a few common things that you can do that are very important. Lots of vegetables, lots of fruits. Those are things that they will definitely keep you going the way you should. You want whole grains, okay? You want fish, you want chicken, but you want to limit red meat. So therefore, you're going to have more fish and more chicken, and oily fish are extremely good for you. That would be salmon, mackerel, things like that. Those are very good for you. So it's sort of along the ideas of the Mediterranean diet would be quite healthy for you. You also want to make sure that you're limiting your milk, because the milk products can cause a problem for absorption of some of your nutrients. Lots of fluid. You need to have lots and lots of fluid. This is standard is saying 8 glasses of water, but that's very minimum. Like, you should be drinking a lot of water. It's very good for you. But one thing that so many people are stressing, oh, you need lots of protein, you need high protein and whatnot. That is not the case with Parkinson's. They want you to have no high protein meals. They want you to have just the protein that you need, but not a great big serving of that. The high protein can interfere with the absorption of your levodopa. And that is the medicine that we need in order to function. When you're eating, they tell you when you're taking your meds, 2 hours before or 1 hour after taking your medicine is optimum for having a meal. You want to take your medicine as best as you can on an empty stomach. Now, when you're taking your meds every 3 hours, you get kind of iffy on your timings, because you're going, well, 2 hours before and 1 hour after, that's my whole 3 hours, so you have to be very careful just to try and do it on as empty a stomach as you can. And if you don't eat a heavy meal, if you eat a lighter meal, then your medicine is going to work the best that it can. Another item that they suggest to you is almonds are very good for you, but if you have any kind of choking or issues, then almond butter, it's high in magnesium, and magnesium helps your dopamine work. So yes, you can take a supplement and whatnot, but almond butter, you can just take a little almond butter onto a spoon. It tastes delicious, and you've got extra magnesium, and that's going to help the medicine that you are taking to work. And that's all you can ask for. It's like you want to do the very best that you can, but don't get crazy in your head trying to make rules and follow all the rules. Just do the best you can. That's the way you should be in life. And of course, I'm going to tell a story. So, it's not really a story. It's just facts of things that when I was growing up. When I was growing up, my mom had moved when she was about 18 or 19 to Canada from Ireland. And she had lived on a farm when she was in Ireland. And when she came here, she was telling us that she had never seen people eat corn on the cob. She said cows ate corn on the cob. She said people sometimes ate corn, but they never ate it off the cob. So the first time she went to somebody's house and they were serving cobs of corn, she was trying to be ladylike and she had her knife and fork up and she was trying to slice the corn off of the cob because she didn't think that you picked it up with your fingers and ate it, because that's how the cows ate their corn. So I always laughed at her corn on the cob story. The other thing I was going to say was we did not eat out very often. Like it was a big treat if we were to eat out when we were younger. We ate out a little bit more when we were in high school, but when we were younger, we certainly did not eat out very much. And I remember everybody talking about pizza. Oh, pizza was so good. You have to have pizza. So us kids, we were saying to mom and dad, like, we'd like to try this pizza thing, right? And everybody says it's really good. Well, there was a restaurant in Edmonton up at the top of the road called Shakey's Pizza. So one of the weekends when Dad was available, he said, come on. He says, we're all going to go up and we're going to go to Shakey's Pizza. Now, we didn't have a clue how to order pizza. So he went up and he was talking to the girl at the counter. And she said, well, if you don't know exactly what you want on it, just say you want everything and it'll just come with everything on it. So he said, well, then that's what we'll have. Well, we did not know that everything included anchovies. So here comes our pizza out with little bites of fish all over it. And needless to say, none of us liked pizza. We did not realize it was because of the one topping. We just thought we didn't like pizza. If that's what pizza tasted like, we didn't like it. Now we love it, but it took us years to figure out that that's what it was. Then we moved in high school. We moved to Vancouver, and my friends at lunchtime said, hey, let's go to McDonald's. And I said, McDonald's, what's that? And they said, what do you mean, what's McDonald's? It's a restaurant. It's a hamburger restaurant. And I said, well, I've never been there. Well, they said you can go really cheap. So up we went to the McDonald's restaurant, and I could not believe it. I took in 75 cents, and I had a pop for 25, a hamburger for 25, and a chips for 25. And if I'd had an extra 5 cents, I could have had a cheeseburger. 75 cents for a whole meal. I loved McDonald's after that. That was great. And the other thing is, I'd never eaten pasta until after I was 18 years old. I thought pasta was spaghetti in a can. And one day I got to try actual pasta. The world never looked back. I just went straight forward and gained my weight. Pizza, McDonald's, pasta, loved it all. And that's the reason I'm like this. All right. That's it for today. Have a good day.